Where your bar at? I'm trying to rent it out. We somebody about it. Now what are you about? DJ show me love you, say my name when the music stops.
What up guys, Ali here and welcome to Ali Talks Music. Add me on Instagram and Ali Talks Music as well. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's get into the video. Now before signing Drake and Nicki to Young Money, Wayne was already an established artist, once signed to Cash Money Records. Over time, Wayne's ambitions eventually grew, and as a result, he decided to form a label of his own. At the time, Lil Wayne was focusing on an R&B singer named Real. I have an R&B label called Young Money Records, and I have one of my own artists on there singing. At the time, Wayne was still experimenting with Young Money, and thought R&B was going to somehow make him stand out in the underbelly of the hip-hop world. And he was right. Real appeared on Wayne's The Carter album on tracks such as I Miss My Dogs and On My Own.
This is my town, my home. This is my crown, my throne. This is me on my own.
Now over time, Wayne's focus shifted back to hip-hop. He signed Lil Boo and Currency to Young Money. And in the mid-2000s, Young Money released their very first compilation album called Young Money The Mixtape Volume 1. The project put rappers such as Currency, Lil Boo, Mack Maine, and Gutta Gutta in the spotlight. But the question is, did they deliver their A-game? According to a New York Times article published around 2006, Mack Maine's verses were weak. When Wayne's Young Money label started taking off, Mack Maine kept featuring on songs with Wayne and Birdman. He appeared on Shoveling Snow off Birdman's Fast Money album, Dedication 2, and The Drought Is Over 2, amongst others. For a while, Mack Maine seemed to be geared to be one of the primary artists on YMCMB and was set to release his debut album. Now over the years, Mack Maine served Young Money Cash Money well and has appeared on several of their projects. However, it appears Mack Maine isn't gonna drop an album anytime soon. Also, some people are very unsure as to what Mack Maine actually does for the label, so let's get into it. Now for the vast majority of the world, the first time we heard the name Mack Maine was when he appeared on Every Girl alongside the rest of Young Money. Mack Maine had the last verse on the song, and let's just say his portion of the song contained the creepiest bar. Mac Mizzle says, "In 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus."
In about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus.
Now at the time, Miley Cyrus was still under 18 years old, so I'm sure you see where I'm going with this. Mac sounded like the type of guy who enjoys eating a mango before it's ripe. Now as far as Mack Maine's verse goes, I think he should have gone harder, and I'll tell you why. Every Girl was about 5 minutes long and had several rappers on it. If the last verse on a song is whack, most DJs will actually cut the song off before it gets to the last verse. Since Mac had the last verse on the song, he needed to close the song off with a bang. And he didn't do that. Also, instead of rapping, Mac decided to sing his verse. And that's a shame because he can actually rap. This was his first introduction to the world and he decided to sing his verse. Bruh. Now by the time this song had come out, Mack Maine was already the president of Young Money. Cortez Bryant stepped down as the president of Young Money around 2007 because he wanted to manage other artists, giving Mac a shot to claim the title. According to Mack Maine, he got the Young Money president role because he earned it and not because he grew up with Lil Wayne. Lots of people think I'm just the president because me and Wayne were childhood friends. We call each other brothers, we've been knowing each other since we were 5 years old. But nah, if you wanna go further back than that, me, myself, Wayne, Cortez Bryant, who was also part of the management of Young Money, we all went to a middle school, a magnet school in New Orleans, and the name of it was Mack Maine. Now I personally don't believe Mack Maine got the president role because of Lil Wayne. If you pay attention to Mack Maine's interviews, Mack Maine comes from humble beginnings and worked hard for everything he has. One can't deny that. He used every resource in his power to achieve a substantial income. For example, he used his ability to rap to gain fame and become a rapper. His ability to talk well to navigate the business world and become the president of Young Money, and his ability to know a hit song when he hears it to become a record exec on most of Lil Wayne's albums. So in other words, it's all thanks to Lil Wayne. For a while now, Mack Maine has been referred to as the president of Young Money. And for some people that made them go, what does that actually mean? He can't be at the top of the food chain because Birdman, Wayne and Slim own the label and are worth way more money than Mack Maine. So what's the deal? Is he the president of Young Money or not? In simple terms, Mack Maine can be compared to the guy in the company who handles the day-to-day tasks. He's the guy that was hired to do one thing, but ended up acquiring more responsibilities as time went on. Mack Maine is the guy who handles the day-to-day operations of Young Money. Mack Maine knows when an artist on the label is about to drop an album and promotes it in interviews and on social media. He's actually a very good speaker, making him an ideal candidate for the role.
So you're the man behind one of the biggest labels in entertainment right now, but you stay out of the spotlight. Why?
Basically, I stay out of the spotlight to make sure the business gets done too. Also, it's not really about being in the spotlight for me. I'm in the spotlight when my artists shine.
Mack Maine also acts as an executive producer. For those of you that don't know, an executive producer is responsible for business decisions and is sometimes responsible for ensuring an album is arranged and recorded efficiently. They might oversee budgeting, such as how much to pay for a beat. They help to ensure the album comes out in time and may even pick producers and features. Interestingly enough, Mack Maine was the executive producer on I'm Not a Human Being 1 and 2, The Carter 5, and The Funeral, amongst others. All albums have achieved a platinum certification, mainly due to Wayne's star power, but one can't overlook Mack Maine's involvement in these projects. All of these albums have gone platinum. In Mack's own words, this is what he does for Young Money. Yeah, it's like Tez, he the primary manager, and then I come in and I help with different business ventures too. Like I might take a few meetings, and I handle a lot of day-to-day business with him too. Like right now, we're about to take a trip out of the country real quick to handle something. Stuff like that. So that's my J.O. as far as that go.
Pray God you can call. I stand outside this woman's word, this woman's word.
Now, one major obstacle in Mack Maine's career was his inability to deliver an official debut under Young Money. The thing is, Drake, Nicki, and Wayne were making so much money that the label had no choice but to pour their resources into them, pushing artists like Mack Maine and Gutta Gutta to the sidelines. For years, Mack Maine had been promoting his debut album, Maine for President. However, it kept getting pushed back. Despite this, Mack Maine kept releasing songs for the project, with the most memorable ones being All in One Swipe, featuring Birdman and Rick Ross, Throw It Back, and Celebrate.
I've been waiting since I was 16 to tell them what I'm about to tell them, so I need more than a 16.
Despite the star-studded features, over time it became apparent to Mack Maine and his fans that his album was like a wine stain on a brand new white shirt. It's never coming out. Over the years, Mack Maine dropped a lot of mixtapes and appeared on projects such as Rich Gang and Young Money's second compilation album, Young Money Rise of an Empire. And around 2014, Mack Maine got into a minor tussle with Tyga on social media. At the time, Tyga revealed he wasn't getting paid by his label. And since Birdman is the man behind it all, most of us were not surprised by this news. Gold album been done. My label holding me hostage so I can't release nothing. Might just leak it for my fans, then let them make dollars off it. Last Kings is what I built and the only thing I rep. Once Mack Maine heard what Tyga had to say, he responded with the following. Don't forget about putting limes in coconuts. What you rep didn't make or build you. To which Tyga responded, it's about growth, not maintaining. Never bite the hand that feeds you, but never starve for the hand that doesn't. One thing I've noticed is that Mack Maine is very good at diffusing online drama, which is one of his key roles. Now, whenever an artist says anything negative about YMCMB, Mack Maine will go online and address it. When Birdman and Wayne were going through their legal issues around 2015, Mack Maine addressed that. When Gilly the Kid claimed that he had Wayne shook during their most recent encounter, Mack Maine addressed that too. You see where I'm going with this. Mack Maine is the guy who addresses all of the bullshit on the internet on behalf of YMCMB. Most recently, Mack Maine is promoting the next wave of Young Money artists.
Gang, welcome to Miami. It's the new Young Money Urban.
Mack also manages his own record labels, Kush Entertainment and Find Your Soul Records. He also appeared on Growing Up Hip Hop and gave sound advice to his Young Money native, Lil Twist. In essence, Mack Maine tried his hand at a rap career and did an okay job. His album Maine for President was supposed to come out around 2014. However, if it did come out during this time period, it might have done abysmal numbers because Young Money wasn't at their peak anymore. Without an official studio album, it becomes very difficult to compare Mack Maine to artists like Kevin Gates, or even Tyga for that matter. However, instead of resting on that defeat, Mack Maine pivoted, became a feature artist, and a pretty good businessman. Mack Maine gets an enormous 5,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and his most popular songs on the platform are Celebrate, Feel That, and Sacrifice. That's it for me, it's your boy Ali. What happened to Mack Maine in your opinion? Let me know down below. Also add me on Instagram at Ali Talks Music. Till next time, peace.
Perfect.